early, which helped us. But the shots were even in the first period, so the play was pretty even. But we had the lead, but I don't know that we really deserved to be, in the lead by 2. But yeah, I mean, anytime you can get to the locker room after the first period with a 2-goal lead, something's gone right. So, well, they don't quit, and they never have. And we know, regardless of the record, that this game is always chaos. And we were prepared for it. I figured that they were going to battle us all the way. They were down big to Geneva, and they came back and almost won that game. And so, we had a 5-1 lead, and I'm yelling on the bench, don't let up, don't let up. And all of a sudden, 6 minutes later, it's 5-4. And so, I'm not surprised. That's the character that they have in that locker room. Those kids don't quit. And, I'm just lucky that we had a little extra in the tank, to have a little separation down the stretch. But, this is a classic Batavia, or now Genesee, Notre Dame game. It does.
A little bit.
It does, and this game means a lot to us too. People look at Batavia's record, and they're not they're better than a 0-5 team, and they're going to win their share of games this year. There's no question. And they've got some great young players over there, and we've got a lot of juniors and seniors. Okay, so it seems like the ebb and flow of this rivalry back and forth. But I think John's done a great job with them. I think they were very disciplined tonight. They didn't take many penalties, and when they don't give us a chance on the power play, and then they can execute on their power play, that evens the score a little bit.
Yeah.
But and kudos to the young kid in net. I think Alex Hunt, great job as a freshman in there. He made a great stop on Clark on a breakaway, and he made some good stops for them tonight. And I thought he gave him a chance, and so he deserves some credit too.
We talked about that in the locker room just as we wrapped up today. This team does not quit. They really understand that in hockey anything can happen. You can score a couple goals really quickly in a game and turn it around. We've had that MO all season. We've been down a couple goals. We get down 2, 3, 4 goals. We come back, score 2, 3 goals, make it an interesting game. We've been working on our power play quite a bit this season. We started with it earlier than we normally do. We've had opportunities. We've notoriously been taking a lot of penalties, but tonight we only took 2, and I think they had 4 or 5 at least. So we've just been working on it in practice. The kids, we've got some skilled players, guys that can really skate and can move a puck. We just had to make sure we've given them practice to do it, and when we get the opportunity in the game, they got to go at it full throttle and get it done. We did. We've been starting slow, somewhat typically. Some of it's been bad bounces. We got some nervous kids. A game like this, we got a young goaltender in there. They're thinking a little bit too much. They're not reacting as much as they need to. Yeah. So we just got to get into a game. We got to start a little faster. It starts with our warm-up. It starts with our mental state. But they battle back. I think we can correct that as we continue on with the season as we go. Yeah. In the third period, he made a couple, stand on his head kind of saves. I mean, I couldn't believe he made a couple of the saves he made. And the guys on D worked hard to clear pucks for him. He's young. It's hard to throw a kid. He's really got maybe 2 high school hockey games of experience. Hard to throw him into this situation with this kind of emotion, and have him manage it well. But he really did. He's been with us he played with us last year. He didn't play in any games, so he's gotten a lot of practice time. And he's just a steady kid. He's really kind of relaxed, and I'm proud of him. I thought he did really well. Tremendously better. I mean, the effort, believe it or not, even in the 11-0 game, there was good effort there. We struggled systematically against a very, very good Rockport team, but gains every single game. I thought we played a really strong game against Canandaigua last Saturday for the McCarthy Classic. So the kids know that we're inching closer to the goal. We've had a really tough start to our season with who we've had to play, but I like that. I mean, we talked about how that can help you later on in hockey seasons. Play the best guys first. Some of the games later on, we won't take any of those games for granted. We're going to have to work hard to win any game, but we've had some tough tests, and we've cut the gap. This was a 1-goal game with 5 minutes left, and we made a couple mistakes defensively. We were lagging pucks behind and trying to pick them up, and you got to move the puck north. But those are things you got to learn. That sometimes you got to learn the hard way. So, and a loss can do that. But close the gap tremendously.